Hello and welcome to another episode of AMA for Poolzcast. Welcome, Andrei, CEO of Openfabric. Great to have you today here.
Thank you very much for having me in this amazing discussion.
Awesome. So maybe first thing is introduce yourself a little bit for the community of pools, and also what's your role in Openfabric?
Again, my name is Andrei Tara. I'm the CEO founder of Openfabric, and I'm the guy who started the idea of Openfabric. So my day-to-day job is to take care that and everything happens as it should, and the company and the idea. And of course, making sure that we are doing advancement to our shared goals, like to democratize access to AI. So yeah, in a nutshell, this is who I am, and what I'm what are my day-to-day goals in what we're doing.
Amazing. Thanks for that. Now tell us a bit more about the platform itself for Openfabric, the layer one and the platform, and what's the unique selling point that you have compared to other AI projects?
So in a nutshell, we are building a new layer one, which is specially designed to scale up artificial intelligence. So what is unique maybe, and when not speaking necessarily about technology, but rather about the approach, most of the companies and projects are either focusing on trying to find a solution for a business customer. What we're trying to do is to take AI technology and to make it more accessible and easily understandable and usable for the end users. So our unique viewpoint, it's about utilizing blockchain in order to scale up artificial intelligence, but at the same time to provide the tools to provide access means for end user, for simple user, to make use of AI technology without being technical or having any kind of fancy computers or infrastructure.
Awesome. Really great. Now, I guess, what is a key differentiator you would see in your project compared to any competitor you may have in Web3?
So I guess our unique and most interesting things that makes us different is that we have this approach focused to the users. We build like the AI Explorer or the marketplace. Essentially, people can navigate, run, and configure any AI application very easily. So for the end user, we simplify the entire process. You don't have to be a technical. You don't have to possess any fancy infrastructure. You just need like a browser having MetaMask installed, and you can utilize any AI application. When it's about developers, we created tools, we create frameworks for them to deploy and develop their own AI application very easily. Essentially, if you're like the AI developer and already got like your AI model, you can wrap it up with our SDK, pack everything, and in just a few clicks, you can deploy it and make it instantly available for everybody to make use of that. So, our approach is more about how we try to, simplify and to smoothen the access to AI technology. In a way, OpenAI and ChatGPT got a massive adoption because they focus on that. They focus on creating a simple to use interface. They focus on building something that's easily understandable by users. So in a way, this is our approach, which it's unique because it's hard. It's hard to hide all the complexity, all the underlying mechanics which are under the hood of AI technology, and to present it in a simple way to users.
Amazing. Yeah, user-centric approach is really important. Now, maybe talk a bit about your partners, anyone else in the team you want to mention of, and some of the backers that you have.
So when it's about partnership, what I want to mention is that even though we're building a new layer one, we actually have to push the limit of what the layer one means. Normally when you're speaking about layer in Web3, you're just thinking about transaction and smart contract and crunching and TPS and things like that. But of course, when it's about AI technology, the technology itself has some, very specific requirements, in terms of data side, in terms of speed. So, we build a new layer one, but we don't want to be a layer one, which is like it's competing with other people. Rather, it's collaborating. So in this idea, we are building, bridges with other layer one, like, like Reef, like ZK Sync, like Odysseus. Essentially, we try to create connection and bridges with other projects, so that other people from other ecosystem can make use of AI technology very easily. So we created something we call integration wizard, where basically we can deploy a bridge and other people from other dApps or other ecosystem can utilize and access AI technology which run on top of Openfabric, and they can access that at a smart contract level. So when it's about partnership or building things, we got a lot of amazing people, and of course, as I mentioned, these other layer ones. And I guess in the near future, when it's about AI technology, everybody will have to integrate or to utilize in a certain way AI technology. So we think we are a very good starting point for everyone who's want to expand his functionality or things they're doing, by utilizing Openfabric technology.
Awesome. Perfect. Great explanation. Now, share a little bit with us about your upcoming plans and roadmap that you think it's worth to share with the community.
Of course, we already built like a full functioning testnet. I mean, this can be very easily switched to a mainnet. So of course, we want to test this very, very intensively. Once we manage to to do that, and we got the right quality level, ensure that everything runs very smoothly, our plan is to release like our mainnet in first quarter next year. So we already built a technology, it's already working, we are already able to deploy any AI model. But of course, even though like the protocol itself, it's something very hardcore, it's very complicated to build, this is just the beginning. We are preparing a lot of new things that we want to put on top of our existing protocols. So as you may imagine, a new layer one can provide a new playground, a new environment to build a lot of very interesting, very cool ideas, on top of this very strong foundation that we already built. So we have in plan, for instance, to create like a multi-agent system. So essentially got multiple AI algorithms that they can compete or collaborate together to combine them like Lego pieces. So we got a lot of interesting thing to release to the community, and especially for the developer. We have developed like all kinds of development tools and integration and toolkits. So this is just the beginning. We're going to release a lot of very interesting, very powerful functionalities, which are like the next natural steps in terms of our technology, our protocol, and of course our roadmap.
Perfect. Now, talking about the token, tell us a bit about your token OFN. What is the utility for it, mainly the tokenomics, and why should a user hold your token?
So essentially, when it's about our ecosystem, so our ecosystem got like 4 major stakeholders. So you got like end user utilizing the application. There are developers who are people who know how to create and build AI application. For them, they can monetize. Actually, they can deploy their own AI application, and they can monetize that on top of our protocol. There are also like the infrastructure provider, essentially people who are renting the computational power, and of course people who can sell their data, like data providers. So of course, in order for all these ecosystem partners to work together, the underlying economy has to be put in place, so everything works smoothly. So in In a nutshell, the token is like the blood of our economy. So essentially, people can exchange value, like for instance, user paying for application and infrastructure utilizing the token. Of course, the developers can be paid in token for application used by users. So our native token is not just a simple, like a simple token, right? It has a lot of utility in terms of exchanging value, create like a healthy reward system. We want people to behave in the right way to let's say to ensure like the quality of the application, the quality of the the quality of the infrastructure and so forth. Regarding the token utility, so of course is used as a way of payment, exchanging value, create healthy reward system, and of course on the long term to ensure like the proper governance of the ecosystem. But this is like that like high level utility of the token, when it's about more like specific utility on the short term, especially. So we're going to release our testnet in being publicly available for people. So we providing free access, essentially people who are staking or owning our tokens will be able to make use of this AI application that we already create. So right now we have more than 15 AI application up and running. All the people possessing the token and potentially staking it will have like free access to this application. So of course, as mentioned, token is one of the main main things, main components, like core components of our ecosystem and protocol.
Awesome. Now, how does the platform and the token lead to generation of revenue for the project?
So essentially, when it's about the revenue for not only for the project, like for the ecosystem itself, essentially all the transactions inside the ecosystem, like there's a small fee which get back to the ecosystem, to the company, to the people who are supporting that. So essentially the business model will be like a transaction fee, which is kind of like de facto in all the layer one protocols.
Great. Now tell us a bit about the community related plans and campaigns. You mentioned testnet, but do you also have any events that can test the product and earn any rewards, or any ongoing campaigns that you have right now?
Yes, so we already got some. I mean, we already exposed some of our application to the community, so people can utilize that either in Discord or Telegram, so they can like use Artfabric to generate like interesting images, or like Soundfabric to generate like music, or even have a very interesting application people can generate like memes. So essentially, we want people to make use of this AI application and to compete. But of course, once we release our testnet and we're going to to show all this AI application, people will be able to participate in campaigns where they can compete with each other and to utilize application to generate content and to participate in this contest, very interesting contest. And we want to show people their creativity. We want to see people how interesting things they can create. So of course there's a lot of place to innovate. There's a lot of place to be creative. There's a lot of place to be involved, especially with generative AI. And of course, this is something that we want to explore at the maximum, because we know that people like to be engaged and to participate in this kind of contest and campaign that we just prepared. And of course, we're going to release that once we hit this major milestone, which is like having like like our IDOs and listings and all these things that we're currently focusing on.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Now, that's a good segue for the last question. So as everybody knows, the IDO on Pools is going to be on the 20th of October. What is your plan post IDO, and listing? If you want to share any alpha or any information with the community of Pools, please let us know.
So essentially, after the IDOs, of course, the next will be like the listing. We're going to announce pretty soon which are the exchanges where we're going to list. Of course, I highly recommend people to stay engaged, stay in touch with our channels, with our community, to be part of our community, because we want people to, as mentioned, we want people to collaborate, to be part of our community. And of course, we're preparing a lot of very interesting things. And of course, very good things for our community members and people close to us.
Awesome. Thanks for that. So that wraps up the question and answer part of the AMA. Before we finish the AMA, did you want to add anything that you think maybe I have missed or you wanted to add and you didn't have the chance, Andrei?
So I guess, and this is like a message who, I like people to keep that in their mind. So there are people who are kind of afraid of AI technology. So I would say, this is a new normal. Utilizing or integrating AI technology, it's a new normal. I mean, we're going to see that more and more happening. So I highly encourage people to try to see how it's working, to try it for themselves. And of course, people with AI technology are very, more competitive than the people without it. So, in a way, I like to look at the AI thing as to fire. It's like a new type of fire. We can cook meals. We can create extraordinary new things. So, yeah, the bottom line is that we're just at the beginning. We're just the beginning of a new wave, and this is important. It's important for everyone to be part of this.
Yeah, definitely I agree with that comment and appreciate that. So thank you very much, Andrei, for the AMA today. I wish you all the best for your IDO on Pools on the 20th of October. And on behalf of the Pools community, I would like to thank you and the team for, bringing such an awesome project.
Thank you very much.